Na reportagem de hoje, a história de vida de um casal com uma empresa líder na reciclagem de produtos tóxicos. É já a seguir.
Estamos em Sunipak, em Tracy, Califórnia, e temos o prazer de estar aqui numa companhia absolutamente extraordinária. Estamos impressionadíssimos. Eu estou aqui com John Hall e Georgina Hall, proprietários da Sunipak. E, portanto, o John vai nos descrever exatamente o que é Sunipak. John, describe me, please. What is Sunipak?
Sunipak is a company that developed in the late 70s, specialized in the safe processing through sterilization of medical waste. It's a company that has evolved into handling waste at airports and big hospitals, small hospitals, doctors' offices. We handle at institutions, we handle their complete waste stream, all of their general waste and all their infectious. Very sophisticated sterilization of medical waste is our prime specialty, and the politics and the development of proper waste handling throughout the world. It's a company that has very aggressively continued to update their designs as we learn more and more from the customer.
A Georgina maneja toda esta operação, não é verdade?
É verdade. É verdade.
Nasceu aonde?
A Faial, Horta Faial.
Horta Faial. Veio aqui para a América?
Em 1959, depois do vulcão, nos Capelos, a gente viemos 2 anos depois do vulcão.
Portanto, o português da Georgina é um português que aprendido aqui com a família, não é?
É verdade.
Ora, muito bem. If you don't mind, let's go see the place.
Oh.
Let's visit Sunipak, okay?
Excellent,
Okay with
excellent.
you?
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Georgina started as a clerk here and worked here, and she had that determined ability to understand the task that was before her. Well, she had raised 2 children, and to be a good housewife, they're not appreciated for the responsibility. The next thing I know, she's running a department. The next thing I know, she's in accounts receivable. Then she's in accounts payable. Then she's questioning what's going on with our service staff and how they're being run and how their accounting's going, how they're dispatching.
Was that good for you?
Well, it was like a gift. I'm looking and I'm wondering what. I had no idea what I'd made. This is my man, Arthur McCoy.
Arthur McCoy, nice.
The most important thing, if we look at our company historically, we used to categorize ourselves as a waste management company, but it hasn't been until the past 2 years that we've really looked at ourselves as a little bit different. I mean, we are really at the front line of infection control for healthcare. We see our role as expanding beyond just waste management, but actually now not just infection control, but actually as a critical part in keeping hospitals open during times of crisis, whether they're here in the States or anywhere in the world. What we're talking about is not something that's conceptual, but it's really happened. We have examples from 9/11, from Hurricane Katrina, from Hurricane Ike, to even the current situation with the H1N1 pandemic. We've seen situations where hospitals that were not prepared, they suffered and their patients suffered. So the one business that everybody expects to stay open when there's a crisis is a hospital. And so that's why our equipment is so critical and so important for every hospital.
We have units. We put in a unit in Kuwait during Desert Storm. That shows you how we're capable of putting. This unit would more than fill this room. I mean, big piece of elaborate piece of equipment. Clear to the north slope of Alaska to the deserts of Far East.
The brains of the company is right in here.
Yes, this is the drafting and engineering department, and here we have our draftsman works from home, so he emails and everything is printed out here, but our engineer works on site, and once we sell a piece of equipment, of course he engineers so the production can continue to build the equipment.
I mean, it's to recognize the market need is kind of where I start. And then Dennis, I tell Dennis is the what if, you know, what if? And then I'll work with him. Every stick that he does, everything he does, we'll exchange on.
Handle all of the shipping reports, ensure that all of the shipping has been accurately sent out. Then I also handle all of the AP, so I get all the vendors and make sure that the invoices all match the purchase orders. And then I usually jump into human resources and make sure that the employees are taken care of. And then I also do side things along the way if someone else has something, another project. I have 3 children, but I was also in the California Army National Guard. My husband is as well. I've gotten deployed 2 times since I worked here down to the San Diego fires.
They have been it's a very interesting place to work, first of all, with what we do. I believe in the Sunipak. I believe that it could change the world. But working for John and Georgina has been nothing but a privilege. They are very good to their employees, and it's a joy to work here. We're like a family.
This is Roman Flores. He's our purchasing agent and also very versatile.
He has a very good comprehension of how technology applies to people.
John has a natural knack for looking outside the box.
It's always fun to go through here. These people that we've met, we've trained how to, because we have a very sophisticated training program.
They come, we call it factory training, where they come for 4 days of training for the Sunipak. That's why they have the big hammer.
What George is doing?
He's a hard one to corner.
Really?
George is, it turns out that George and Georgina, which we call her George too, we got 2 George, are related back to grandparent time, and they didn't even know it until they
Cousin.
both were cousins or second, third cousins. I really don't know. If things really get tough, we don't send a service department. We send George or me.
Everything all the parts for manufacturing the equipment we have on. So we stock all the assembly parts in here.
You feel that you're fulfilling something that is very important for the whole world?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I think it's something that's going to be really big in the future, I think.
This machine, the best way to describe it is show the components. What this company, the unique thing about this particular machine is, and what our patent, what our technology is, combining functions together.
This machine goes where?
University of Washington, the state of Washington. There's a sequence of quality control testing it's done. It goes through this sequence, goes through the next sequence, goes through the next sequence of various departments of our company, as if your job depended on it, my job, our livelihood depended on it. We consider everything that we do needs criticized tomorrow. That gets truth and that gets quality. If something don't fit, they're the ones that are going to have to be dealing with it. So they're saying, okay, it's ready to go. This machine is designed to handle all the waste coming out of a hospital. It's designed to handle the general waste through here and the infectious medical waste here. Everything that comes off a contagious patient is sterilized. So you have the sterilizers here and the general waste here. One step, one process machine. This particular machine, in most applications based on American standards, will do the waste in less than 10 cents a pound. The national average of hauling waste is over 25 cents a pound. Most of our machines pay for themselves in less than 3 years. We rarely sell one that doesn't pay for itself in 3 years. There isn't a customer out there that doesn't make more money off of this machine than I do by making it. But the main reason to own it is because it's as close as possible to the point of generation. They make as much in the first couple of months of owning it as we make building it, designing it, building it.